Good morning, guys. Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina. Captain Garrett and the boys just got back in from a 39-hour adventure. Got a nice big old pile of fish, mangrove snapper, red snapper, yellowtail snapper, some blackfin tuna, one amberjack, some nice gag grouper, some nice scamp grouper, almacos, porgies. Looks like you got a little bit of everything, huh, Wilbo?
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything. We started on a wreck at night, got that jack there, and a bunch of mangoes off the wreck, and worked our way out west from there, and picked at the groupers throughout the whole trip. And I hit a few spots and got a couple of these big red snappers on each one of them, and ended up with a nice catch of real big red snapper.
Nice. What was the hot bait?
The hot bait this time was not pinfish.
Yeah. The thread fins was the best option?
Yeah, I would say threads, squid, even cut bait. We caught a couple bonitas, and the bonitas were working as well.
Yeah.
I like the long skinny squid strips sometimes too.
Yeah. Long skinny squid strips, the cut bonita strips, thread fins, those were all working well, huh?
Yeah, it was a good bite this trip.
For red snapper, what's your go-to setup?
I like not too heavy for a red snapper because they can be line shy from time to time. I would say a 60-pound setup, single hook with a strip of cut bait.
Strip of cut bait, 60-pound test, single hook. What size hook?
6-aught, I would say, 6 to 8.
All right, what about for the gags?
And a similar setup for the gags, but I would want 80 leader on the gags. And a live bait generally, but there's not much live bait around right now. So again, a cut bait, a big strip of cut bait, or a really big thread fin.
Really big thread fin, 80-pound test, and same size hook?
Yeah, 6 to 8.
6 to 8 on. Cool, man. I appreciate it, Will. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Another killer trip here on the Florida Fisherman 2. Great pile of fish from this 39-hour adventure. Woo! Well, another great 39-hour trip. I was unfortunately out of town Tuesday when the last 39-hour trip came in. That was Captain Joe was running that one, and they did really well on that trip too with some big gag grouper. They didn't get a ton of red snapper on the last 39-hour, but that was because they were into some massive gag grouper. And they didn't want to leave the gag grouper to go try to find some of those red snappers. So they stayed on top of the gags, and they caught 30 or so gag grouper keeper gags on the last 39-hour. This trip, a little less than that, but they got the red snapper on this trip. Plus, they got some nice mangroves, some solid yellowtails. The red snapper bite hasn't been crazy, but it's been plentiful for those who are targeting them and really going after them. They've been catching their red snappers. So we've been getting some nice red snappers, some nice gags, scamp, mangroves, yellowtails, a big mix, big variety of fish. We still got those blackfin tuna biting well, got some kingfish mixed in there. As far